All right, it is October what? It is the 12th of October in 2010, and are you looking for work, perhaps as an English language trainer or a professor or whatever, anywhere in the world? I've really encountered some very bad things recently, and I will tell you about them. I am not made up. This is me. I'm a journalist. I don't really care what I look like. You know, this is not about vanity or my appearance. And frankly, if I put on some nice clothes and some makeup right now, it wouldn't be that great. My name is Lisa Fallour, and I was engaged recently by a woman named Lila Davenport, who works with La Nouvelle Sorbonne. They seem to be representing themselves as the Sorbonne, but in fact, I don't think they are. I'm not sure. I found it very off, very off. And Lila was telling me various stuff. She speaks English, she speaks French. And she was telling me about this Martine Royer, who's nasty, and who's very unhappy in her work. And I was made to go into Paris last Friday, and, you know, that was my money and my time and everything, and fill out all of these crazy forms and give them my photo. They have my photo. These people have my photograph. And I dropped off on Friday a blank CD-ROM, and they just decided today that I'm not hired. Well, that's not what Lila told me. Lila told me that I was hired. And Martine told me that, well, if I didn't have a principal employer who was in the private sector who gave me more than about 300 hours of work a year, I wouldn't even be considered. This is not what Lila told me. And if you are over here in France, you're going to find all kinds of crap like this going on right now. Very bad stuff. I mean, I'm okay. I think I may have found other work, and I will inform people back in the United States that I may be working again. Frankly, I'm going to wait until November when I'm paid, because it doesn't really matter whether I think I'm working or not until I'm actually paid. It hasn't taken place. Be careful, people. There's a lot of this stuff going on. I just had some people from China, this person named Jumping Wang, who's got some fax number over there, and they said, well, you're going to go to northwestern China near Turkey for 3 months, and then to Beijing, and we're going to pay you all this money. It was only about maybe 800 euros a month, and it was to be working for some oil company doing offshore drilling or something. And they need English lessons for their employees. I understand. I can do that. I'm well qualified for that. And I have a Bachelor of Science degree. I have a huge technical background. I'm actually a partner of ELAC. That's an engineering group in Europe, and they're very strict and everything. But they wanted me to spend about $10,000 US and get my butt over there to God knows where. And there's a lot of this crap going on, and people are not giving you breakdowns about what the actual pay is. They're not being clear about anything. And I told this Martine Royer, you get me back my materials. I want all of it. Frankly, I would like to speak to the director of La Nouvelle Sorbonne. I would like to let him or her know, and the president also, that Lila Davenport is, basically, she hired me. She was giving me details about the classes and stuff, and talking to me about being a strict teacher, and there were to be some 110 students, mostly Spanish, and all of this for 2 hours a week of work, okay? For ridiculously low pay. I was getting 80 euros an hour in 2004, 2005 with l'Université de Paris. And that came to less than the minimum wage when all was said and done. and they were going to pay me like 40, 41. I gave them a slip from my bank account here. I gave them my picture. They have my personal information. I went in there on Friday, and they've just basically jerked me around. My website is called cutecatfaith.com. I recommend that you visit it and connect with what I'm doing. Look at my stuff on Daily Motion. I've got stuff on YouTube. I'm a famous artist, writer, journalist, all that. And I've got a couple books out this year. I've got Freak Wave 2 out. I'm reprinting a Nick Zedd book. And I'm in Modern Women by the Museum of Modern Art, my second group show there. I'm in a lot of museums. These people must be exposed. They must be exposed, and they will be held accountable. So people, if you're desperate for work, you better think again, and you better watch and pay attention to where you're being sent. And if you want me to advise you, now I am sort of like at the level of a lawyer in France and the United States, but I am not a lawyer. I'm at the paralegal, legal assistant level. I do have a private lawyer, and I really am a going concern here in France. So I cannot directly tell you I'm a lawyer, but I know what I'm doing on 2 continents, and nobody screws with me, and nobody's going to screw with you. Get in touch with me.